What's my lane again?
It's an animated show.
Cartoon.
I don't watch cartoons.
I'll be more prepared next time.
Yeah, it's called the Baby Chicken 2000. Or it cuts up Baby Chicken.
I go by the PG-13 rules. I get 2 and a...
Are these historically accurate?
I think we should call this segment What Not to Watch.
Completely unqualified pop culture opinion.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of What's My Lane Again. I'm Chris.
Tasha.
I'm Jared.
I'm Sean.
And welcome to an amazing episode of Nothing But Superman. We are going to talk in length about Superman. So there is going to be a bunch of spoilers. So you have been warned that once we get talking about the movie, we are going to spoil everything. So if you haven't seen it, you have been warned. Before we get started, I'm just going to mention something I've been watching that I want everyone else to watch. It's called Hit Monkey. It's from Marvel. It's technically a Dark Horse comic, but of course, you know, Marvel owns Dark Horse now. And so it's technically a Marvel comic now.
Since when?
Since when? Since ever? It was originally a Dark Horse comic.
Well, no, Marvel
since when
doesn't.
has Dark
Since
Horse
when did
owned
Marvel own Dark Horse?
Well,
I don't think that's
Marvel
true.
bought Hit Monkey. So Hit Monkey is a Marvel/Dark Horse comic.
So they own the rights to Hit Monkey now.
They own the
Is what you're
rights to
saying.
Hit
Got
Monkey,
it.
yes.
Okay.
Correct. So like when you watch the show Hit Monkey, it actually says Marvel presents Hit Monkey.
Mhm.
And then it does a Dark Horse production because it is a
Okay.
Dark Horse comic.
Cool.
But it's got some great voice talents. Jason Sudeikis is our human hitman. And you have, Olivia Munn,
Huh.
George Takei. In season 2, you get a lot more like guest stars. I forget her name. She was the black lady in SNL.
Leslie Jones.
Really funny one. Leslie Jones, who did the Olympics. Yeah, she's one of the voices. It is so funny. I highly recommend it. And basically the premise is Jason Sudeikis plays a hitman, and he gets hired for a job of assassinating a politician in Japan, and they turn on him and they shoot him, and he makes his ways to the mountains, and the Arctic monkeys take him in and put him in like a hot bath and heal him. And in the process, there's one monkey there who
Whoa.
he just keeps arguing with. Why are you
Feel
doing?
dirty. Hot monkeys put him in a hot
monkey,
bath?
some hot monkey bath. Giving him some, they chew
Gross.
up these like leaves and spit it in his mouth. But there is one monkey there who he just argues with all the time, and that's the monkey who becomes the Hit Monkey after Jason Sudeikis. Then they ambush him and kill him, but then they kill every one of the Arctic monkeys except for him, who he's off pouting. So when he comes back and he sees the guys like shooting his family, he picks up guns and he just starts killing everyone. It's so good. It is so good. I highly recommend it. It's 2 seasons. The first season came out like in 2019.
Yeah, I'm like, didn't you watch the first season? When
Yeah,
it came
and then
out?
it was like nothing. And then in 2014, season 2 came out. And I think they are looking into making a season 3, which I hope they do.
So your timeline doesn't match up there. So 2014. Did you mean?
Did I say
2024?
2024? Yeah, sorry. And in 2024, season 2
Season
came
2
out.
came out in 2014.
Yeah,
season
season
1
2,
came out
14.
in 2019.
It's one of those shows that like goes back in time.
So this is Marvel. I'm assuming it's on Disney.
It's actually on Hulu.
But
It hasn't made it to
Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus left.
Yeah, same thing. Much.
Doesn't Disney Plus own Hulu?
Hulu,
now?
yes. But it
They
hasn't
own
been
the
moved
majority
over
of it,
to
yeah.
the Disney Plus Marvel. It's still available on Hulu.
Got it.
But yeah, both seasons are available. It's really good. And, you know, Jason Sudeikis is already funny to begin with.
Yeah.
And he just makes that character. Because when he becomes... So what happens is, when he gets killed, he becomes a ghost. And the ghost is now linked to Hit Monkey. So no matter where the Hit Monkey goes, Jason Sudeikis has to follow.
Ghost Monkey.
So, yeah, ghost like a ghost monkey. He's the monkey's ghost. So he's a ghost monkey.
That'll be the spin-off, Ghost Monkey.
Well, I don't want to ruin anything for
I
you,
will.
but you're not that far off.
Oh, nice.
So I highly recommend it. Is there any other shows anybody else has been watching before we get into our main subject? I have been trying to catch up on Resident Alien.
Yeah, I'm all the way. I'm all the way to the most recent episodes. So
Yeah,
good.
I'm
Season
almost done
4
with
is
season 3, so
season 4 is so good so far. So you guys got to catch
the whole
up.
show is as good. Yeah, the whole show is good.
The whole show is amazing.
Yeah,
And Sean,
because
how
you're
far
on season
you got-
2.
Yeah.
I'm on episode 10 of season 2.
Yeah, so you're getting there.
So that's the last
many
episode, right? I
episodes?
think, or I think it's only 10 usually an episode or a season.
I remember.
10 or,
I
yeah, you
remember.
might be.
Remember.
Either way,
It's like
you're at the
changing.
end. So yeah. So what's happening in the last episode you watched, Sean?
A framed. So because he wanted the autopsy, he faked where the shot came from. He took a bullet shell and faked that it was on the other side of the road, so it was technically in their town, so that he could get the autopsy. And then they started the autopsy, and his friend and what's her name, Oscar, freaks out. And that's
Oscar.
how the episode ended. And it's freaking
Yeah,
out.
I'm trying to
She goes
remember.
to,
Is this...
You know, it's to like change her mind, so she don't remember that day that she shot the guy, because that's what she feels guilty about. Little does he know is that
that's sad,
she also
yeah.
she also like said that she would be joining her daughters for her birthday, and so she didn't remember that. So that's what ends is with her daughter waiting for her, and
That
obviously
was
she's
sad.
late. Yeah,
Not
Got
just
it.
late. She doesn't show up at all.
yeah.
Awesome.
Alright.
Okay. Well, the reason we're all here today is because we all saw Superman this weekend, and
We
we've all
did.
been saying, yeah, we're gonna have an episode where we just discuss the movie and all Superman, and so we did all see it on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I mean, right off the bat, I'll start. I wasn't sure. You know, I know Jared had like all these high expectations, but I think it lived up to every expectation. It was an amazing movie.
I didn't go in with high expectations, to be honest. But that's also because it was like, but the only thing that really did of like could be kind of good is that it was directed by James Gunn.
Yeah. You can totally tell James Gunn, a comic book fan.
Yes.
He
Yes,
is,
it
yeah, he is basically,
No.
I mean, this whole movie just felt like you were reading a comic book.
Yes.
Huh?
It really did.
So from the very beginning, what I'm going to point out that I loved is, I know it was sort of like a tribute to George Lucas and Star Wars, but it really gave it that feeling. You know, when you pick up a comic book and you haven't read it for a while, they give you like a summary at the very beginning of
Yeah.
what's been going on and like the storyline that led right into this.
Yeah.
That's what that felt like. It felt like, hey, I know you probably haven't picked this up in a while, but it's been 3 years. You know, the metahumans have been around for a long time. Superman came to this Earth 30 years ago. 3 years ago, he came out as Superman. It like caught us up. It like, we didn't need a whole movie with all of this. It just,
No.
it's like we picked up a comic book we haven't read in a while. It gave us the quick summary of what's going on. We know the characters. We know our main character. We know everything about what we're about to see. So you don't need to shove it down our throats of what made him come into this world and what he's like. We already know that.
Yep.
And so I loved how it started with that just summary and then goes right into him has already been beat up and he like falls down and he's all bloody. We don't have to see that fight. We just we're in an issue from a previous story. And so now we're reading the next issue and we're good. We don't need to go back and read the other issues.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
liking how recently most like the superhero movies, they're not actually really going over the origin of like the well-known superheroes. Like the new Tom Holland Spider-Man, they didn't really do that. They didn't do that with, oh my God, there was another one that they didn't really do it with that.
Well,
The Batman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of got an origin story with that one, but you know, it was already 3-4 hours long, so we didn't need an origin story
Yeah.
because we had to deal with the 4-hour The Batman movie.
Yeah, the Batman.
But yeah,
It doesn't really do an origin story, but
and again
it's the Batman.
the new Fantastic Four I think is going to do the same thing. We're just going to
Yeah.
take place and everyone already knows about the Fantastic Four and
Yeah.
they're not going to give us an origin story considering that we've already seen Franklin Richard in her
Right.
arms in all the trailers. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're going to assume that her and Mr. Fantastic have already knocked boots. So how about you, Jared? What's your first thoughts of the movie since you were so excited about it?
Yeah, so just as you guys know, I was doing a whole summer of Superman, reading a bunch of Superman comics. I watched all the live action movies to lead up to this. And I think it really paid off. I was really, really happy with it, how it turned out. It is like the most comic booky movie we've gotten in a long time, but in the best way possible. And like you were talking about, I'm really glad that it wasn't another origin story. We didn't need to see Krypton blow up. We don't need to see his ship wreck in Kansas and the Ma and Pa can't steal a baby. We don't need to watch any of that.
Steal a baby.
Basically, they're just like, mine, and they took him.
Yeah.
No questions
They
asked.
found him. No takebacks.
Take back
But yeah,
the man.
and I really like the captions or the little dialogue or words at the beginning, just telling you about what's going on. And now we know he's been Superman for 3 years, and then we're just in the story. And it started right away in the story, and then you see him, go to the Fortress of Solitude when he's injured, and then we're right back in the action. I mean, I just liked everything about it. It was, it was a lot of action. The story was great. I'm very happy with it. So
Yeah, it was, and just in the first 5 minutes, I mean, I was just impressed right off the bat. And then, of course, like in the first 5 minutes, we get to see Krypto, one of the best characters ever.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I really liked that Krypto was in the whole movie, pretty much. I thought he maybe only would be in that beginning scene, but he was in the entire movie, and I really liked that. So.
Yeah. Krypto, I loved that they had Krypto throughout the whole movie. It was amazing.
Yeah, scene stealer for sure.
Yeah.
Another thing that really impressed me about this movie is the supporting cast. There was no one in this movie that I was like, we could have done without them. Everyone was played well off of each other. Everyone, I mean, everything down from the Justice Gang.
Yeah.
All the way to the Daily Planet. You can extremely see that he was way influenced by Superman All-Star. Down to the sportscaster, Steve Lombard, that's his name?
Yeah, Lombard, yeah.
Lombard, with, Beck Bennett was amazing as that character. Because that was, like, if you've read the old All-Star, he's the one who always picks on Clark Kent.
Yeah, he's pulling pranks on him and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. I mean, that whole cast. I mean, even Kat wasn't in it all that much, but I still think was cast perfect. And then, of course, Jimmy Olsen, the ladies' man. I loved how it just, every woman, like, fawned over him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
and
interesting.
like the girlfriend, Lex's girlfriend, is feeding him information.
Yeah. Eve Tessemacher. I love what they did with that character. I mean, she's always been, Tessemacher's always been like a kind of a ditzy character in the movies, at least. I mean, Smallville, she's a little more intelligent, and in Smallville, she becomes the Red Tornado.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah.
I agree. I think
Smallville reference for the episode.
Yeah.
There's going to be another one. There's going to be another one.
I agree. I think the movie was perfectly cast. Every character, from Superman, I thought he looks the part. Lois Lane looks like a perfect Lois Lane. Like, that's what I picture.
Yes.
And then just James Gunn just really, you can tell he really took time, and the cast was just fantastic.
Yeah, the cast was amazing.
I actually really liked Lex Luthor. That actually was probably my favorite Lex Luthor that I've seen. They did a really, really good job with him. Like, he actually felt like Lex Luthor. He wasn't what's his name from Social Network that they did in Batman vs Superman.
Jesse Eisenberg.
That was like where he was like essentially mentally insane. Like, and then some of the other ones just came off as just like a businessman. Like, this guy came off as like he's super smart and has a big ego, which Lex is, and that The only reason he dislikes Superman is because he doesn't like that Superman's getting all this credit for what he thinks he doesn't earn.
Jealousy.
I thought that was great.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
He
great.
played Lex Luthor amazing, as with like the egotistical and self-absorbed kind of, with like his smart. He did Lex Luthor like Lex Luthor should be done.
Well, and
So-
especially like the scenes where
Go ahead.
like he kept knocking off his cup with the pencils in it when he gets all mad, and like he just likes having the
Pick that
people
up.
grovel at his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no point in pushing that second one over just to be an ass.
Right.
Nicholas Hoult was amazing as Lex.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, an
That was
interesting
great
fact
casting.
about that Nicholas Hoult, who was Lex Luthor, he actually auditioned for Superman first.
For Superman.
And
yeah.
then they offered him the part of Lex Luthor. And of course, he was probably kind of upset. And then he said he met David Cornsweet and was like, "Oh yeah, he's Superman," because he just like has that look, like yeah, he's Superman. But yeah,
I
he
watched
was an
a
awesome Lex
YouTube-
Luthor.
I watched a YouTube video with both Nicholas Hoult and David. It's Cornsweet?
Cornsweet,
Cornsweet?
Cornsweet,
Cornsweet?
Cornsweet.
Cornsweet? Yeah, Cornsweet. Where they took lie detectors. They do. It's a video where they put each other on lie detectors and then ask them questions. And that was one of the questions. David was like, "I know you auditioned for Superman, but ended up getting Lex. Was there any time during filming that you were watching my scenes going, I could have done that better?"
And what were the
And
results?
He actually said, when I first got the part, and it's what you said. The first thing he said when he saw you, he's like, "Oh no, that's Superman." And he's like, "I'm sure there were times when I was watching you film going, I probably would have done it this way, but he's like, everything you did was perfect." And he's like, "Oh, that's what I felt about your character as well as Lex Luthor." It's so weird
Right.
too to see Nicholas Hoult knowing he's English, because everything he's
Yeah.
pretty much in lately, he plays Americans.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
when you see him in interviews, you're like, wow,
I
you're
wasn't-
English.
I forgot that Lex Luthor was bald. I mean, the first time I saw him, because doesn't he still has hair. It's definitely bald cap, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because he's
I
so
mean,
impressive
Might
with
have
his
been,
hair.
yeah. He
and
could
I'm
have shaved
like,
his head for it. I'm not sure.
He
but-
could have shaved it for it.
Could've.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Could
it's,
have gone back by now.
yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
it's been a while, and he's already working on a new movie, so I'm sure
Yeah.
they probably are doing something else
I
with his
just
hair.
forgot that Lex Luthor was bald, and it took me by surprise. I also didn't know
Yeah.
what character he was playing, so I'm like, oh.
I actually think
And
that
of
was
course-
probably their best casting was Lex Luthor because
Oh,
like
yeah.
I,
Lex
I
Luthor,
think they
Lois
did
Lane,
make
and
it- I think they did
Superman.
well.
Yeah.
They've done such a bad job with Lex Luthor, so I really appreciate that it
Yeah.
finally got right. I think that some other
Yeah,
Supermans were
absolutely.
good, but almost every Lex Luthor's been bad. So I did appreciate that they actually did a good Lex Luthor.
And again, although I feel like everyone I've seen as Lois Lane have been fine. Margot Kidder, I mean, she made that part. She made Lois Lane popular. I mean, Lois Lane was portrayed by other actors, in the serials and the original TV show back with, what's his name? George Reeves.
Yeah.
But I think this Lois Lane was the best Lois Lane
Yeah,
that I've seen ever.
I liked
Completely.
this Lois Lane.
100%
And
agree.
I love Smallville.
yeah. Yep.
Rachel,
No.
I mean, it just,
I don't know. And it's I'm shooting my own self in the foot 'cause I'm about to make a Smallville reference, but I actually always liked Lois Lane in Smallville. I think that's
Yeah,
the best
I did
Lois
too.
Lane.
now, see, I just feel that, this Lois Lane had that hardcore reporter down.
Yes.
I mean, like that whole scene where she's interviewing Clark as Superman and, she's not pulling punches. She's
Yeah.
like, goes right at the throat. She's like, goes right towards jugular. And you could see it's like irritating him and gets him mad. And also in that scene, David, Superman does this a lot, but it was really noticeable. Like when he's at the house and, he's technically Clark Kent and Kal-El at the same time, but when he's like talking to her about dinner, like, your favorite, I made you breakfast for dinner. She's like, that's your favorite. And, he's got that Clark Kent voice. He's like, Clark, I made you breakfast. And then she's like, can I interview you? He's like, are you sure you want to interview me? And he's like, yeah. She's like, click. And he's like, Lane, like, and the voice
Yes.
just changes. He's like,
Yep.
like,
I think
I don't
he
know
did
what
the
you're talking about,
Well,
Lane. Mrs.
it's not
Lane, like Lois Lane.
not just his voice, his entire like demeanor and his posture and everything like changes. He like
Yes.
changes.
I did.
And that one
I did
moment
like
where he's
that.
like sitting back until when he goes forward, you can see the transformation, even though he's in just
I
like
did
his
like
work
that.
clothes. Yeah,
You could see like the change between Superman.
I mean, and
Clark
especially
Kent.
when he was getting like very, the questions where you can tell were making him a little upset. People's lives were at stake, and he stands up, and you're like, "Ooh!"
people are gonna die.
Just you could hear in the background. And then you get to the other cast. I mean, who aren't in it all that much, but they're in it enough to where you're like, "Oh, I want more." I mean, everyone, even Perry, his character was great. Don't call me Chief every time. It's like that was an homage to the original one where Jimmy Olsen keeps calling Perry Chief, and he's like, "Don't call me Chief."
Yeah.
This was just an amazing. I do like though when the chaos was going on that the chief list, they're all there just working while everybody's screaming. They're just sitting there.
And then let's get into the Justice Gang. We're not going with that.
The Justice Gang.
And that whole group, there wasn't anyone in that trio that I was like, I mean, the least I think was, Hot Girl, but I think she was still amazing. But Mr. Terrific, he was my surprise. I mean, I've read Mr. Terrific before, and he was Mr. Terrific. I mean, he was the comic relief. I really thought Nathan Fillion, who is also the comic relief, but his comic is more, he is really emulating Guy Gardner. And he did an amazing job as Guy Gardner.
Yeah, he was a nice asshole for sure.
The asshole attitude.
The part when he's
Part of my oath.
when he's making the constructs in the desert, and it's just like middle fingers.
It's just a bunch of flip-offs.
Like, it was so
That
funny.
was awesome.
Yeah, so that was
And
really
just
good.
that
But
scene.
yeah, Mr. Terrific.
I like that
he's
most
like,
of his
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I
Tasha.
like that most of his excuses is that when I took my oath as the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That haircut should have been against your oath.
yeah. I love that they brought that to the attention. Like, obviously, it's a bad haircut, and it's like they didn't just ignore it. So good.
Yeah.
And how they played him so almost dumb, where he's like, the clerk, Superman's secret identity, huh? Is it glasses? Hey, I'm not saying who it is, but it's Clark Kent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. With the whole
Lois,
it's revealing everything.
Lois is like, you probably shouldn't be telling people that.
Right.
She's like, even if I did know, you probably shouldn't be saying this.
Now, speaking of, so what did you guys think of? Now, this was in the comic, but it was like a throwaway that I think they've retconned out since then. The whole hypnotic glasses.
Okay, I liked explaining that because, to be honest, though, glasses don't hide your identity. Are they usually hypnotic
Nah.
glasses?
It
Are
depends
they?
on the incarnation.
No.
There's most
Guys,
of the time, it's like one issue, it was actually Jonathan Kent's glasses that he wears.
But I did like
So-
how they explained that they're hypno glasses. 'Cause
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't know that.
Yep. That the way they work is they.
Yeah, I felt that was unnecessary. Like, because what does Lois see when he puts on the glasses and then he takes them off?
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I was wondering too.
Yeah,
Does
because
she see somebody else, and does she like maybe he's like puts his glasses on and she's like, oh, it's so I was like,
Right.
I mean, and I think that
Well, 'cause-
when you first see him as Clark Kent and he has his hair all messed up and he has the glasses, he kind of looks like a different person. I mean,
he does,
he still
and
kind of
he's
has
like
the same build
slumps
and
over.
some characteristics.
Well, even
but
then, he
yeah,
slumps over a little, and he's
I
like,
just thought that was the one thing that I felt was unnecessary.
yeah, that was one of my things unnecessary. One of my other things I thought was unnecessary or didn't understand. Did Hawk Girl always screech when she fought?
Not that I remember. No.
Yeah, because watching this, I'm like, does
think
Hawk
they
Girl
just-
usually screech?
I think they just needed something for her, like to know she's coming or something, or just like. But no, I don't remember that and I haven't read a ton of comics with Hawk Girl in it, but
Yeah, me neither. Most of
I
my
don't
Hawk
think,
Girl
like-
experience has been like TV shows and movies and the cartoons. So I don't think I've read
Yeah.
much or any Hawk Girl or Hawkman. They've always been characters in episodes I've read, like issues I've read, but I've never read their issues.
But I did like that she was like bringing the young aspect to the group. It was funny though, because she blacklashed at Green Lantern all the time.
And then how about when
Which
she goes
doesn't
and
really make sense though, because that character's actually really old. Yeah, so like her being young kind of doesn't make sense in comic book reality.
Well, that that does make sense because she gets reincarnated every time she passes, and so the whole if Hawkman is going to be in it, I guarantee you he's going to be older because they never seem to coincide in their storylines.
True.
So you'll
That's a good point.
Hawkman is born, and then he becomes like 20. 30, and then he runs into Hawkgirl, who is usually like 10 years, 15 years younger than him. Because of the curse, they are never really able to line up that one of them is going to die and then get reincarnated, and the other one's going to live for a while until they die and they get reincarnated. So her being young just means that she has been reincarnated recently. So most likely we're going to get a Hawkman that's probably older when we do finally see him.
Yeah, but she usually doesn't act young because she is reincarnated and has the memories from that.
I'll
like
agree
her
with you on
acting
that.
like a
They
teenager is a little weird.
Yeah.
I
but
still
think
liked
for
her.
the-
I like that
yeah.
actress a lot, but I thought it was
I think-
I thought it was kind of weird.
I think just for the sake of the movie, they did have to add just a younger person in it, like
Get that crowd. Probably
to get that crowd.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
because
sure.
Nathan Fillion is by no means a young hen.
No.
A young rooster.
Did you know that
mean,
Nathan Fillion has been in every single one of James Gunn's movies? He's put him in every movie he's made. Yeah.
Yep, every movie. He
Seriously?
has, and that's what the little secret I was going to get to. He almost everyone except for Chris Pratt, where it was in this movie. What's his name? Trax. Because you had Bradley Cooper was Jor-El, and then you had Michael Rooker was Superbot number 1. Palm Klumnoff was Superbot number 5. Hawkgirl was actually in Guardians of the Galaxy. She was on the first one. She was Glenn Close's assistant. And so he tends to, of course, his brother is Maxwell Lord. So, he tends to cast, people who were in his other stuff and keep them.
I liked the cameo of Peacemaker though. That was funny.
That was awesome. I mean, it wasn't just the fact that Peacemaker was in it. The interview was that Superman was jealous of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we were talking about this on the way home. And my sister asked, wait, why is Peacemaker still one of the characters if James Gunn's getting rid of like a bunch of the other people? Because then she realized that Peacemaker is James Gunn because of Suicide Squad. And his
show. James Gunn did the show. And so
James
he's
Gunn did the show.
Somehow keeping him in this DCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, next season.
Yeah.
Starts
and
next
apparently
month.
James Gunn said in an interview that the Peacemaker season 2 takes place right after this movie. And this movie will be referenced in Peacemaker, all through Peacemaker 2.
Awesome.
Well, if you've already seen the trailer for Peacemaker 2, Nathan Fillion's in it, Hawkgirl's in it, and Maxwell Lord is in it.
Right.
So that was the trailer where he looks like he's auditioning to be in the Justice Gang. How about the villains? So Ultraman and the Engineer. I loved the Engineer. It was amazing.
The Engineer was amazing. Oh,
they did a really good job. Yeah, she kind of looked just like the comic book, a little less metallic. I mean, the Engineer in the comics is more metallic looking, like face and everything. They kind of kept her human face, but her body was just awesome with all the little nanobites that come off.
Yeah.
And I also love how, it's right at the very beginning, they attack the Fortress of Solitude. It's not like we build up anything. The very beginning, she finds the Solitude, and then like one of the next scene is it was bam, bam, bam. It wasn't, we have to have a long storyline of Lex Luthor planning, this is what we're going to do, and see drawing boards and little models.
Yes.
Yeah, they got right into it.
Yeah. They didn't like expand their stuff. They just went over the top right away. They just did all of it. They didn't go into anything. That's what I really liked. That the plot stayed the plot. Does that
So
make sense?
to the next spoiler, Ultraman, who you find out is Superman, Clark Kent, well,
Well,
Superman,
It's a clone.
Kal-El. It's a
Kal-El.
clone. Now, Ultraman, of course, in the comics, is another world Superman who was sent to Earth to take it over because he starts the crime syndicate. So he's from Earth 3. But they didn't do that in this one. This one is the clone of Lex and Superman.
Stupid clone.
Stupid clone. Which then leads you to wonder, is this going to be Bizarro? Like, because he did get kicked into the black hole, and so, that's kind of Bizarro's backstory. He ends up making the Bizarro world in that other world. So is he going to become Bizarro Superman? Or, in some adaptations, the clone of Lex Luthor and Superman is Connor Kent, which is basically Superboy. But, in this one, he's already Superman's age. He's no longer a boy. So
Yeah, he is like.
that's why I'm thinking edging more towards he's going to show back up as Bizarro Superman.
Yeah, could be. We probably definitely haven't seen the last of them for sure. We got to have a kid of Bizarro. Yeah, I'm sure. Point.
Yeah, I mean every adaptation of Superman has kind of made a Bizarro Superman. Even the Christopher Reeves with Superman 3.
Superman 3.
With the nicotine kryptonite. Sorry. We kind of get a Bizarro Superman. I mean, even Superman 4, The Quest of Peace was kind of, this one was sort of like a prelude or like a homage to that, because that one, he cloned Superman using a strand of his hair that we get Nuclear Man. But in this one, Lex says the same thing. He cloned him from a strand of your hair. So instead of Nuclear Man, we get Bizarro Superman.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
And then, of course, we meet Rick Flag Sr., played by the Punisher himself, Frank Grillo.
Punisher?
Yeah, Frank Grillo is the Punisher, isn't he?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, who's
Frank
the Punisher?
Grillo is black. Is
Crossbones.
Crossbones.
Yeah, you're right. Crossbones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that one moment where he's like in like a military suit and like arresting Superman, was like, he looked very much like his character from S.H.I.E.L.D. And I was like, all right, you probably should have dressed him differently. It looks like he's doing the same character again.
He's going to be in Peacemaker too. He's a big part in Peacemaker. Season 2. Again, I mean, this whole cast was just amazing. I wanted so much more Guy Gardner. I mean, just his one-liners and...
He's going to be
enough for this movie, though. I feel
Say
like
that
they didn't put it over. They didn't do it over the top, though. That's the thing. That's what I liked. Just the cameos were cameos. They weren't like over the top cameos.
I don't know if I call them as much cameos as supporting characters, because cameos are usually like Supergirl. She was a cameo.
Yes, but she's not till like the way end.
Yeah, she's next year with the Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what is it? Like,
well, it's just called Supergirl now.
What the hell?
Yeah, but it's based on the Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not called the Woman of Tomorrow anymore?
No, it's just called Supergirl. He changed it. Again, like it was Superman Legacy, and then he just changed it to Superman, and now he took the subtitle away. But Nathan Fillion will be in the Lantern show as Guy Gardner, so you'll get to see.
I cannot wait to see that.
Yeah, the Lantern.
I did see an interview with James Gunn, about his credit scenes, and he had said that he's not going to do like Marvel. He's going to have credit scenes, but they're going to be more credit scenes to wrap up this storyline. That's why the two end credit scenes for this one was him and Mr. Fantastic, him kind of criticizing Mr. Fantastic for repairing the building, but it was off. The bricks don't line up. He's like, really? Yeah, how much it took me to fix this goddamn building, and that's what you can go with? God damn. He's like, I'm sorry. Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, Marvel had so many end credit scenes that never paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's what he said. He doesn't want to be tied to something.
Right.
And that's why the very last credit scene was just him and Krypto staring at Earth from the moon, which is from All-Star Superman.
Yeah, that was the mid credit scene.
Yep. Was that the mid?
Yeah. That was
What
mid.
was the
Yeah, that
last
was the
credit
mid.
scene?
The last
Of
one
the
was him and
building
Mr.
repair?
Terrific. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, because we got at the end of the movie, you got Supergirl grabbing Krypto, then you got credit, and then you got the Krypto and Superman.
Which I'm
on
going to
the moon.
assume Krypto
And
is
then
going to
you
be in
got-
Supergirl's movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
love
she's
that.
in the
You know?
Well,
in the comic.
he has to. He's a major part of the story.
Yeah.
You read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, I mean,
that's why they had
again,
to do that. She just came
We're
back.
just
Came back to get her
assuming
dog.
that. Yep. We're just assuming, and that's what I was trying to figure out. Is this taking place, like, is Supergirl already done her movie when we see her? But then I was like, oh, but she's coming back for Krypto, so she must be going off to do her movie for that credit.
Yeah,
for
I think
that cameo.
it's gonna take place as soon as she leaves the Fortress of Solitude, or soon
Because-
after.
Yeah, the reason I thought about that is because she comes drunk and
Yeah.
wearing that brown
Right.
jacket. And so I'm like, oh, are we already within Supergirl's movie right now when she does the cameo?
Maybe.
So I'm wondering if he's going to start her movie and then she's going to come to his movie and then finish her movie. So like that cameo is going to be somewhere at the beginning of her movie where
Right.
she's already started and then she's coming back for Krypto and then goes back to her movie.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
No, I
well,
loved
yeah,
Krypto in
because
this.
in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, it starts with her at a bar in a different planet, and so it could be between that and when the rest of the story takes place. So, yeah.
And did you know who the reporter on the street was?
No, but
I
you'll
can't
probably tell
remember.
us.
I am. It was Will Reeves. That's Christopher Reeve's son.
But yeah. I did see that where I heard he was in the movie.
Yeah, he was the on-ground reporter at the end when everything's wrapping up and they're interviewing everyone. That was Christopher Reeve's son. Looks
I
just
think
like him.
I think he's a reporter in real life too.
Oh, that
or
would make
news-
sense.
like a
Well,
news-
they had a lot
like
of
a
real
newsman.
reporters. They had the CNN reporter was in it. And then of course Raptor Guard number 1 was Michael Rosenbaum, if anybody cares. Good old Lex Luthor from Smallville.
Yeah, he did say he was in it. But I didn't recognize him when the
Yeah,
tooth,
he's in a
when you see
mask.
the tooth
He's
go
just the
out.
voice.
Or he's
Yeah.
just the voice.
He's just the voice.
Got it.
So, a little small world reference. And again, I mean, after seeing it, this was in no way a continuation of Smallville.
No.
It was its own movie. I mean, it was the comic books. I mean, this was the comic books. I felt like I was watching a comic book. I didn't feel like I was watching like a Superman movie. I felt like I was like they brought a comic book to life, almost like the animated shows, the animated movies, is what it reminded me of a lot of.
Yeah, there was a
Well,
lot of references, or not references, but a lot of people were saying it was basically the animated series, Superman the animated series in live action from the 90s. So, yeah.
And Super Friends. I mean, hello, Hall of Justice. They had the Hall of Justice in it, which I've been to. That's in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yep.
Yeah, your daughter pointed that out right next to me as that seems like, we've seen that. And she was like, oh, you're Chris's daughter, all right.
Yeah. Every time
Not
we
me,
pass,
it was
Not
the other
Tasha.
one. It was
Yeah, the other
Kira.
daughter. Not Tasha.
every time we'd pass in Cincinnati, I'd go, meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
I think it's in
Yes, he
Cleveland,
does
isn't
do
it?
that.
Not
I think-
Cincinnati.
Nope, it's in Cincinnati.
In Cincinnati.
It's an actual train station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it in
But
a
yes.
museum?
It's a train museum.
Okay.
It was an old train station back in the 30s, and now it's a museum of trains and the city.
Yeah. But no, I really do like what James Gunn is going to be doing to this universe. And Krypto was needed in this. Loved Krypto. Oh my god. I loved the line, though, where you have a dog? Well, he's more like a foster, but...
That's more of a foster situation.
Which is because if everyone knows, it's based off of James Gunn real dog, and he actually used his real dog as the motion capture, and he's like he made Krypto just as much of a bad dog as his dog. He's like, everything you see Krypto do, I got from my dog. He's such a horrible dog. And I just love the scene where he's going to the door and Krypto's chasing him and biting him. He's like, stop, Krypto, stop. Ow, stop.
No, I like the one part where he's like, wait, you brought the dog? Why do I leave him back at the farm? I thought he'd kill one of the cows.
Yeah, it kills one of the cows.
Yeah.
And so,
Damn dog.
and as we all know that, well, I mean, I don't know if you do know, but this is phase 1, which is calling this James Gunn's calling it Gods and Monsters. So this is where we're going to get a lot of, I mean, we already got, his first one was Creature Commandos, which, did you ever watch, Sean?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, that was so good.
I need to
Which
finish
has
it.
Rick
I'm
Flag
almost done.
Sr. in it.
Very good.
Frank Grillo. Yep.
I need to
And Alan
finish.
Tudyk again, which he was
And
also
Alan
in
Tudyk
Superman.
again, which he was in Superman. It seems like no matter if Nathan Fillion's there, Alan Tudyk is going to be there.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because he was Gary. And that was, I
Gary,
mean, he played
yeah.
that perfectly. Because I love how number 4 just kept saying that I have no feelings and I don't care. But if I did care, I'd be worried about Supergirl. and then he's like, I don't need a name. I'm a robot. But if I did have a name, I would like Gary.
Yeah, and then he calls him Gary. Now he's Gary.
Yep. And he calls him Gary. I did like seeing at the end when he had rebuilt them all and they were back.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows
So-
like the scene where Superman is holding the robot that's like half a body, and he's just like, you can tell like even though they're robots, he like really cares about them. Like, and he shows. And one thing I thought was kind of a little cheesy is when he saved the squirrel. I was like, for
That was
one, why is
awesome.
there a squirrel? Why is there a squirrel in the city?
That's
in
like
like
a
New
plot.
York.
Like,
It was
There's
like
squirrels
he has
in
all
the
this stuff
city.
going on. He has all this stuff going on, but he's gonna save this little tiny squirrel. I was like,
I
okay,
think you
it's
would.
for the plot.
it was
Because
Remember,
they're
funny.
trying
He's-
to prove.
All,
It's just-
all
yeah.
life is precious to
I
him.
know. I get why they did it. It's just like all life matters, and but I was like, there's a lot going on with like people could be dying over here.
Right.
You save a squirrel.
And,
Yeah,
and when
save
he's
a
holding
squirrel.
the monster's foot up, and the dog is just sitting there like barking at him. He's like, "Go, shoot,
Go,
shoot."
go. Shoot, shoot.
That would be
That
winter.
was, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but that was one thing I thought I didn't really care for. I thought sometimes the silly got a little too over the top. Like, I thought the squirrel, like, while it was funny, I was like, all right, that's just kind of, like, sometimes the silliness took me out of the plot of the movie. I know it was funny, but, like, I didn't really like the part, I thought it was a little too silly, where he goes to talk to Lois, and there's, like, the monster in the background. It's funny for, like, a second, but then it's just distracting as it's back there, and it totally took away from the scene. Like, this scene's supposed to be, like, story plot, and then back behind it, it's just like this thing going on. I don't know. Sometimes I felt
feel
like
like
he
it was-
couldn't be serious, and I think that I was missing some of those more serious moments. Even the part with the father, which was a really touching moment with Kent, with
Jonathan
with,
Kent.
with Paul,
Yeah, Paul Kent.
and then the mom, then the mom has to come in and go like, "Oh, you big softy," and like break it. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's sometimes like the silliness and the jokes were sometimes not needed, and sometimes I would have liked a little bit more, just letting it be drama. Like, I like when there's a balance, and I just felt like sometimes it was just too silly to be for silly's sake. Like,
I
it still was
feel
great,
like-
and overall I thought it was great, but I thought that was probably like one of my only downsides. Is sometimes it was like he always erred on side of the laugh rather than like letting some of the moments hit a little bit more.
I feel like the purpose of the monster, though, while that serious scene was going on, was proving that he's basically kind of given up as he's now like showing that people now don't trust him because he just got exposed and everything for something he didn't even know about. So I feel like that showing that the Justice Gang was taking care of it, other than him, was showing that he's basically given up on everything and that he does not want to save anybody right now, if with everything going on and with him realizing what just happened and the truth of why he's
And that
there.
he had faith in the Justice Gang.
Well, yeah, he was saying that
no,
it's just
I liked the moment. It could have just
Right.
stopped though, instead of
Right,
continuing
but I
behind
see
the
what you're
moment.
saying. I see what you're saying, Sean. It was a lot of, we had to add some sort of slapstick, like pratfall in between the drama just to make people laugh. Now, when I saw that, I thought it was going to be Starro, and I'm like, oh, is that? But no, it wasn't. It was
no, and I mean he was saying it's just like some imp, and it's not even like he's basically saying like they got it like because it's not really a big threat is what he's like it's just this, it's not really like it was almost like it wasn't even a big enough deal for him to do anything
also
about it.
Kind of shows you with the whole beginning where metahumans have been around for now 300 years that things like that are just an everyday average occurrence apparently going on in
Right.
Metropolis. That like there's some sort of cosmic being in the sky, like the whole monster thing when he was fighting the monster that he wanted to like take to a cosmic zoo, but of course the Justice King was like, nope, dead.
Blew him up.
Yeah, that was also sad too when they like Superman's looking in the stomach and sees it just deteriorate. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
But I think that was a lot of the point, was to kind of show you that we are in this world where this isn't like a big thing anymore. You know, they're dealing with this forever.
Yeah, and I like that he's using the term metahumans because I don't think we've had that term in the cinematic DC universe yet. Of course, it was all in the Arrowverse and that. So I like that he's bringing in the term metahumans because that just opens up, you know, so much other stuff, which obviously is all planned out. But yeah, it's like, and that I do like that they were already all established that there are metahumans, and you know, Superman's not the only one, and so I did like that.
And I do like that James Gunn is going to take his time. So he's not going to be introducing Wonder Woman, The Flash, Batman. He's going to have movies with smaller characters. Supergirl, The Swamp Thing. He's looking into doing one. What's the group that Mr. Terrific starts with, Plastic Man and...
The Terrifics?
The Terrifics. Yeah, he's looking to do a Terrifics movie as well. So... I was happy to hear that the actor who plays Mr. Terrific is like, I've been contracted for like a bunch of movies. I'm like, good, because I really like.
He was really good. I like. He's like, I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. I loved with Krypto where he kept eating the balls. He's like, do you know how much one of those things cost?
Those things are not cheap. Yeah, he was really good. I like that actor.
I would like to point out though, because one of my friends, horrible movie critics, he's good, but
we know who it is, right?
He gave it a 2. I'm gonna unfollow him, I think.
Yes.
I didn't even read. He gave it 2 stars out of 5. That's ridiculous.
So, I think the one thing is that, because I read parts of his review, I'm almost done with it, but I think the thing is that since he is more of a moviegoer and follows the movie background, he doesn't get the comic book aspect of it.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Jonah goes to every movie thinking it's going to be Schindler's List, and when it's not, he's like 1 star.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I'm not even gonna read his review.
I don't understand why Superman didn't save the Jews. So
okay,
1 star.
The same thing. Okay, but this is the same person that gave how many stars to the Batman?
Yeah, I know.
My God, don't even give me.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, so take it for what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like.
But I did want to say though, what I was going to say is I like us to kind of not give it a star rating, but where do you guys rate it in the other Superman movies, especially Jared? Because I know
I've never seen any of them.
Where would you rate it?
It's not even close. Like, this one is by far the best Superman movie ever made.
The best Superman, yeah.
It's one of the best superhero movies ever made, I think. But it's not even close.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's not even close as far as, like, it's way up there. This is what we've all been wanting for, not just a Superman movie, but a DC movie. Like, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yes.
I felt this way. This is how I felt after I saw the original Batman, the 1988 Batman.
Yeah.
After seeing this movie, after I saw that Batman, even though you watch it now and it's like, oh, it's kind of slow. But that's, I loved that movie. I loved that Batman. And that's how I feel after this one. I think this is the best Superman that they've made.
Yes. I really enjoyed this Superman. I have not really seen the other ones, though, because I'm not a big DC person. But in the state
it's a good time
DC,
to start, though.
This is one of my top ones. Yes, this is a great time to start watching DC. Marvel's kind of, but
yeah.
But I'm like, yes, this is one of my favorite DC movies right now. It's I have high hopes for DC now. There's just, I won't say it's my all-time favorite superhero movie or like it's up there because I have a few other favorites, but
Now, I do have to say, for the time, 1978 Superman was like amazing for 1978.
Sure.
Don't shake your head. I mean, even Superman 2, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, this one blows those out of the water, and
Yeah.
nothing compares. I mean, this, like I said, watching this movie, I felt like I was reading the comics, so that's why this is up there number one for me. Yep, and it gives me
Go
high
ahead,
hopes
and
for
then
the
I'll say what I was
DC.
going to say. A couple things, or some things that I was kind of surprised that we didn't see is kind of like some of the Superman tropes. Like, you didn't see him pull his shirt open and see the S. You never saw him transition from Clark Kent to Superman. He was either Clark Kent or he was Superman. So, and they didn't even, I thought maybe they would like do some type of thing with the phone booth, even though there's not even those around, but like some type of reference to it. It was none of that. So that was kind of surprising. No, I know, but I mean, there'd be some play on that. But there was nothing. He was either in his, he was Clark Kent or he was Superman. You never saw him transition, which was, I don't know if that's like, usually you kind of at least, I guess in Man of Steel we didn't really see that either. He was either one or the other. So, but that was a big thing, and like especially in the Christopher Reeve one is, going into a phone booth or jumping out of the window and then transitioning into Superman and like, or just running down the street.
They kind of paid homage to it in this one with the revolving door in the Daily Planet, where they show him going through it, but he doesn't change. And that was one of the big things in the Superman originals, where he like goes through the revolving door, goes really fast, and then comes out.
So
kills
that
two
was just,
bystanders.
I was like, thought there'd be at least something like that, but it didn't take away anything for me. I just noticed that there was a couple things that he chose not to put in there.
And the console in the Fortress of Solitude, it didn't run on crystals. It was an actual
that was
console.
It's just like a machine, like a computer.
Yeah, it was like a machine.
That's true too. Yeah, there always been crystals in the other ones.
Yep. All right, let's play your game. Okay, so we're gonna move into a Superman game hosted by Jared. Take it away, Jared.
Yep. So this game is called Truth, Justice, and what was that again? This is a real or fake Superman edition. So I'm going to read a statement or a question, and you have to tell me whether it's real or fake. And the Superman, whether it's about Superman or Superman adjacent, the Superman family, something like that. Okay? You guys ready?
So this is going to be like questions about Superman?
It'll be about Superman or about Superman-related topics. It could be in the Super Family. It could be something like that about the comics.
Okay.
So,
and
so
we
I
have to
guess
tell you if it's real or fake.
You all, and then you all just take turns and tell me whether it's real or fake. So this is your practice question, and you guys should all know this because I've talked about this in our show many times. Superman's first comic book appearance
Wait,
was
you're supposed to listen when you talk?
I mean, not really. No one else does, so it's fine.
Oh.
All right.
Does Tasha have her scorecard ready?
Yeah, I'm
ready.
ready.
And I think there's a couple of them where you may be able to get a bonus point. I'll tell you when we get to those. All right. Practice question. Superman's first comic book appearance was in a comic titled Superman #1.
False.
Tasha?
Sorry, false.
No, yeah, go in order.
False.
Okay. Yeah. You guys, I've talked about it. His first appearance.
#1.
Action Comics #1. Okay, that was your practice question. All right. #1. Superman was originally conceived as a bald telepathic villain. We'll start with Tasha.
Who's going first?
Who's going first? Me?
Why don't we just do Tasha, Chris, me?
Go, Tasha.
Yeah.
I want to say false.
I'm going to say false.
It is real. This is a Jerry Siegel. Their first concept
was Jerry Siegel's.
It was a short story in 1933 called The Reign of the Superman, where he was indeed a bald villain with telepathic powers that later reimagined him as the hero we know. All right, number 2. Superman originally couldn't fly. He could only leap an eighth of a mile.
Real.
True. Yeah, real.
Yep, that's true. They made it specific in in those early comics that it could only be an eighth of a mile. Like they were very specific about it. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but
Well, we talked about that.
We've discussed this in the past.
We talked about how like they
Yeah.
add
they
powers,
just
that
add
are
powers when it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
right, exactly. Yep. All right, good. Number 3. Superman's heat vision works by focusing sunlight through his eyes.
False.
False.
I think that's true.
It is false. While his powers are from the sun, his heat vision is a biological process, not merely focusing light. So it's actually just coming from inside his body, not from the sun.
Isn't it just from his Kryptonian body absorbing the solar energy, which allows him
Right.
to use X-ray? He's not like focusing the sun rays. He's just because
Correct.
he absorbs solar energy, he can.
Yeah, he can expel it, but he's not focusing the light through his eyes. Correct.
Right. Correct.
All right.
He's got a little window in the back of his head.
Yeah. All right, number 4. Lex Luthor started out as a well-meaning scientist who was corrupted by Superman's arrival.
True.
Gonna go false on this. Hey, there's been so many changes of Lex Luthor throughout the years that the final one.
So
that
this
hit
is
on
talking
was
about his very
tech
first
giant.
appearance.
I'm gonna say false.
Just because I need to get some points back, I'm gonna say true.
It is false. He was always he started out as a he started out as a villainous genius who hated Superman from the start. All right, number 5. In some continuities, Superman has used a power called superventilation, allowing him to purify polluted air instantly.
True.
That sounds like something they would do. I'll say true.
I'm gonna say false. That sounds too weird.
It is real.
I'm like, it sounds like something they
Widely-
would do.
It's not it's not a widely used power. It's been shown in some stories, often as an extension of his super breath.
Where he like sucks everything in, like,
Yeah,
and then
he
like
right.
throws it out.
He uses his
Okay.
body.
And it's all.
He uses his body to purify the air. Yeah. See, it goes back to
the
that.
first
Let's just
episode
make
of
up.
Lois
Silly.
and Clark,
Yeah.
where he swallows the bomb.
Yeah, or like he can turn
Yeah.
time by going around the planet the opposite direction. Like, yeah, that's silly.
Hey, that's real.
That James Gunn made a joke about that in one of his interviews, where he said we should do it, but then he just stops the Earth and everyone on it just dies instantly and
Yeah,
crushes.
'cause that's what would really happen.
And Superman's just standing there with a bunch of dead, mushy people. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Next one.
Number 7. I only have 47 questions, so we're almost there. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
He's mocking me.
Clark Kent's middle name is Joseph.
That is true. I'm sorry, Tasha. You first.
Mr. Smallville. No, he
That's
gave
true.
everyone the answer.
Yeah. That's true.
It is true.
That's true.
Give him the answer, Chris. 'Cause
Sorry.
I'm sure that was in Smallville.
In Smallville,
Yeah.
it's his
I'm
grandfather,
sure that was his whole goal.
Jonathan Joseph Clint Kent. Joseph is his grandfather. Is Jonathan's dad.
Yeah, it was actually
Joseph.
from the comic. It was actually one of the creators' middle names, so they use that as Clark's middle name.
Middle name.
All right, number 7. The name of the dimensional plane where Kryptonian criminals are exiled for their crimes is called the Shadow Zone.
False.
Sasha,
That's false.
it is
Is
false.
that false?
She said
I
false.
said false.
Yeah,
Because isn't
I
that what it's
know, I
called in
said-
Marvel?
it is false. So, for a bonus point, who can tell? Well, maybe Chris probably knows. Who can tell me what the actual name is called? It's not the Shadow Zone. What's it called for a bonus point?
Anyone?
The dimensional plane
Is
where
it like-
Kryptonian criminals are exiled for their crimes is called what? It is something
3,
The
Zone.
My Phantom Zone.
blank
1. The
blank
Phantom
zone.
Zone.
The
Is it the
Phantom
Phantom Zone?
Zone.
It's the Phantom Zone. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Sean.
I'll give
Yeah,
it to Sean.
I had to go back to I had to look back to Man of Steel because that's in there.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone else to
I'll
answer.
give it to Sean.
All right, number 8.
Damn straight.
True. All right, the S on the shield of Superman's chest is simply the first letter of his name?
False.
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 It's the House
It
of
is
L.
false.
It stands
What
stands for
what does
hope.
it stand for a bonus point?
Hope.
Okay. It does
Stands
stand
for
for hope.
hope.
And it's also the symbol of the House of L.
It is.
There we go. No, Sean's at that. There you go.
All right, I have three more. We're almost done.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay.
Superman once temporarily lost his powers after eating a contaminated hot dog.
True.
True.
I'm gonna say true. It's outrageous, but that seems to be something they do in those comics. So
It is fake. That is not real.
Ah,
It sounds like that's
it sounds
something they
like
would
something
do. But
it sounds like
Sounds
something
they
would have done in the 1940s.
I'm like, it sounds like something
Yeah.
they would do.
I finally missed one.
You've missed one already.
What did I miss before? I have not missed one.
Yes, you
This
have.
is the first one I've missed.
No, you haven't.
All right. I don't know if I trust your scoring anymore.
Krypto, the Superdog, has his own fortress of solitude called the Doghouse of Solitude.
True.
I'm going to say true because I know he had like his own little spin-off there for a while.
I don't know. I guess I'll say true. I don't know. I really don't know.
It is true. It is real.
Yeah.
He does have his own doghouse. Has scaled-down versions of Superman's trophies and equipment. It was particularly used in the Silver Age comics.
I was going to say,
All
I
right,
know
last one. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, I know he's been around for a while and he's had little spin-offs, so I'm pretty sure they probably have some sort of house for him.
Yeah. All right, last one. Superman's high school sweetheart, Lana Lang, once became the superheroine known as Insect Queen.
Insect Queen, true.
Okay, bro.
Sorry, Tasha, go.
Thought we were going in order here.
Is it true?
I'm gonna
Are
say
you
true.
asking me or telling me? It
It's
is true. It was from Superboy number 124.
Yeah,
Lana Lang rescues an alien visitor who has gotten himself trapped under a tree. As her reward, Lana is given a ring which endows her with insect-like abilities. Yeah.
and then she
And
dies
that
in
was-
whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow. Her and Pete Russ and
Yeah.
Jimmy Wilson. That's it. All right, what was
That
the
was
score, Tasha? I missed two, apparently.
Okay, Sean got 7 points.
Woo, Sean!
I got 8.
It's on blot.
Dad
That
got
makes me
11.
last.
Yeah. Dad got 11. So Chris won.
Good
And I would
job.
like Sean to review the video because I don't think I missed two. I think I missed
Yeah,
one.
you did. You did.
You still won either way.
Stop whining. You got 11.
I would like an instant replay.
If I'm gonna do any editing, I'll
I
make
was-
you lose.
Even though you kind of went out of order, but
I got
Hey,
excited. I got
Tasha, I think
excited
you
in the
should-
ones I really knew.
What?
Hey, Tasha, let's collude. I think you should rescore, and you should
Oh, yeah,
have.
yeah.
How about?
I think
You-
I scored wrong. I think Dad actually got 7. I think Sean got 8.
Jared, like, I'm gone.
I'm the editor, so if we want to say
Yeah.
that Chris lost, we can.
So
Whatever.
actually, the scores were Dad got 7, I got 8, and Sean actually got 11.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Way to go.
Collusion,
Thank you,
collusion.
Tasha.
This game was stolen. It was stolen by the Russians. That was our episode on Superman the movie, which we all seem to enjoy very well. And if you haven't seen it, go out and see it. And if you haven't seen it, well, you don't need to see it now because we just basically spoiled everything for
Actually,
you.
we didn't spoil that much. There's some stuff we didn't talk about.
That is true, but I mean, we spoiled a lot.
A lot of it. We spoiled a lot of it.
So thank you, and take it away, Tasha.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at What's My Lane Again, all one word, and our friends over at hardcover_hideout. We're also on YouTube. Go subscribe to our channel. It is What's My Lane Again, all one word. Don't forget to rate and comment on whatever platform you're listening on. See you next episode when we ask, What's my lane again?
Completely unqualified pop culture opinion.